Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start out doing the bacalao first, okay? Because we have the dough on the side. That's very simple to do. So the first thing you want to do is definitely start with whatever meat you're choosing to cook with the guanimos. So I'm doing the bacalao and I'm mixing it with that cheddar smoked sausage, okay? So let me just give you a little view of the third part. Okay, so if you look over here, you will see my station is all ready to go. Simple ingredients for the guanimos: flour, sugar, cornmeal, olive oil, and salt, and water. That's all you need. Okay, so I have my station over here all fixed up really pretty. And however, this is my cuisine art, the one that my brother got me. I'm going to be doing the dough in this. So it's going to be a little easier than using my fingers. And I have my pot here. I have the water. It's boiling at a low, so that way we can get this ready, because this is going to be very simple to do. Like I said, it's just a dough. So I'm going to get this started already nice in a low heat, so it's ready to go when I throw those bad boys in there. All right, so over here you'll see I still have my sausages, my onions, and that's what we're going to start out doing. These are the ingredients I showed you before in the last video. And if you jump over here with me, you'll see here's the bacalao, nice and cleaned out. And I'm going to show you how I chop that up really quickly with some cooking scissors. And we're going to go ahead and get this started. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this over here so it stays nice and fresh and clean in that water and well preserved as we move along over here. All right, so the first thing that I do, y'all, is I take my sausages and I cook them first with all these ingredients. That is the first thing that I do before I add in my bacalao. Okay, so basically it's our dressing on top of our delicious guanimo. Okay, so I'm going to do the flip side, and I'm going to put this over here so you guys can see me prepping up as I always do. Ooh, ooh. All right, so let's do this. All right, okay. So the first thing I do is I add in a little bit of canola oil to my pot back here. I get it up to a little heat, a low heat. Not a high heat, I just do a very little heat. Okay, now wait. Okay, let's just move it up here a little bit. Okay, there we go. All right, so you want to have it a really low heat, okay, before you get started. All right, I must have wet my area back there a little bit when I put the big pot of water. So moving along, okay. All right. So you're gonna see I'm gonna start out showing you how I do everything, every ingredient, how I add every ingredient into this pot. Okay, so the first thing I do is I take my onions. Okay, I'm using about 3 small onions, and they're small, not too big, just like that. So that's 1, 2. I'll get a little one back here. This one's a little too big, and I'll give you an up close. Okay, so I'm using about 3 yellow small cooking onion. Okay, I'm gonna throw this back here. All right, I'm gonna add a 1/3 of that canola oil, as I was saying earlier. Okay, I'll put that back there. All right, now I start with my onion first, then my sausage, and then the rest of the ingredients. Okay, so just want to make sure I have everything ready here on my station so we can get the moving with this dish to die for. So please take notes, guys. Like I said, you can make this with so many different recipes. There's so many Latin recipes out there to do with guanime. So delicious. Like I said, this is definitely hit home for me as a child in Puerto Rico. Definitely, these are one of the things that my mom used to make, and it's very cheap to make. I mean, it's just dough, and you just get like whatever you want to put inside, like like I'm doing bacalao. My mom used to do beans sometime. Beans are very cheap. And beans go really good with this too. My mom used to add a lot of flavor into the beans, and she used to put like little pieces of sausage in it too. So, I mean, there's, you know, there's ways of making this stuff taste good, whether you're going the cheap way or you're going the expensive way or whatever. All right, so we're gonna just keep it moving. Now I do slices, long slices like that. So you just want to go ahead and start adding them in there right away. All right. So again, depending on your family size, you know, you got to go by your family size or what you're trying to chef up. I'm used to doing big pots. I'm used to doing little pots. So if you have any questions, like I said, don't be afraid to comment below or hit me up on my Gmail, 1950kissthecook@gmail.com. All right. Okay. So y'all got that down packed. It was a long day for me today, long weekend, so I'm definitely ready to chef this up and enjoy this deliciousness later. Okay. So again, just keep it at a very low heat, like I said. You want to make sure it's not high. So you want to do low. Make sure that's low. Okay. All right. And like I said, I'm using the cheddar sausage. It is a mix that I'm doing, a twist of my own. However, you can use other sausages, whatever you have in your freezer. It works perfectly fine. I just want to do a nice little extra cheese twist to my bacalao, which is super delicious with those guanimes. Oh my God, so good. I've done this plenty of times before. And so I figured, you know what, I'm going to do that twist that I did before. And like I said, if you check out my Facebook, it's under Belinda Rivera. Remember, guys, I'm under Belinda Rodriguez because I dedicate this page to my mom, and that was her original last name before she married my daddy. So if you look under that, you'll scroll down. I'll probably even see if I can Google it. If I can actually, I'm sorry, if I can go on my Facebook and look it up. So this way I can show you guys a beautiful picture of that plating that I did. So we'll see if I have time. If not, I'll definitely have it for you tomorrow. But it is on my Facebook, so please check it out. All right. So it would be Belinda Rivera, my Facebook. Go into my videos. You will see videos of my cooking and my platings, and you will see that on there. All right. So we're going to keep it moving. We have one more onion to go. All right. And I actually want to push this back. Let me see if that dried back there yet. Nope, it's still a little wet. All right. And I'll give you guys an up close. All I'm doing is just chopping up these onions like I told you. And we're just going to keep it moving. So 3 small onions for this hefty pot is good. Okay. So I hope, again, everybody's taking it easy with the schooling online, with the kids, you know, parents that also work outside. I can only imagine how difficult that is as well. So we are all still going through a rough time. But hopefully, praying deeply that all this will end soon. All right. Okay, so that's 3 yellow cooking onion. All right. So the next thing you want to do is go ahead and add in your ingredients. Before you actually chop up the sausage and throw it in, you want to throw in all your ingredients as well. You can do it together. It doesn't matter, really. And trust me, these sausages are so good. I love them. I know everybody prefers, there are different kind of sausages out there. Well, these are one of my favorites. All right. I'm just going to go ahead and start pulling some of these sausages out. That's all I'm doing here. So this way I can get the chopping. And I do small pieces. I do very thin and small pieces. Let me show you that before I add in those ingredients into this pot. And this is what they look like. I do itty bitty pieces just like that. If you could see that, really small. They almost look like hot dog pieces. If you look, you can see the cheese in them as well. Super delicious. And these are so easy to chop up very quickly to throw into the pot as well. All right, so I'm gonna just do my first little batch here before we get to those throw those ingredients into that lovely pot. And there's a lot of flavor that goes into this bacalao, a lot of Goya ingredients, sofrito. So you don't want to miss any of those ingredients. And like I said, you can do your own sausage, whatever you have in your refrigerator. But if you want it to come out like my dish, I recommend that you use the cheddar smoked sausages. So good. All right. Okay, so I just want to give you a little up close to that. Like I said, little bitty itty pieces. Okay. All right. Just like you would cut a hot dog in pieces. All right, so let's get to those ingredients. All right, so we're gonna start out by throwing in the little tablespoon of oregano. Okay. The salsón trópico de Badia, very good. Want to add in at least 2 tablespoons of this. Okay. I'm just going to put them in my pantry as I'm going here. All right, and then I also have the adobo light. Okay, same thing. Same exact thing. All right, I'm going to put that right back there. All right. And then the the Goya olives. You want to do like a half a bottle of that for this amount. It just gives it a nice real Goya taste with that salt and pepper. And you could throw the juices along, like a little bit of the juice from the olives as well is really good to throw in with this as well. All right. Now for the sofrito, you want to throw in at least 3 big tablespoons, because remember, we're doing, and that's what I have in here. We're doing a nice big hefty pot here. All right, so that's what I have. I have just like about a half of it. Makes 3 big rice spoons in your kitchen. So just go ahead and start moving that, and I'll give you up close like I always do. All right, and now we're gonna get to those packets. The chicken powder, the ham powder, and the salsón. Okay. All right, let's do this. My eyes are burning a little bit up in here with that onions. All right. It's actually really pretty on the east side today. We've been getting some really cool weather. I mean, I can't believe how rapid this weather is getting chilling down. It's just like, wow. Summer came and went. And I just want to keep it moving. Like I tell my kids, wake me up when all this is done. All right, so then here's the ham. So I'm doing 4 packets of each for this pot size again. And this is going to be a long video, guys, because, you know, I'm trying to get it all out there instead of editing, because the editing does take a little longer than me just showing you guys and just having it done. All right. Okay, and don't forget your chicken powder, just 1 block, 1 little block. As I showed you when I did the ribs, same thing. And if those of you that did watch that, you'll know that you have to break this up really good. I'm trying to loosen the little packet here. Sometimes you gotta actually put a knife through it because they really wrap these up. Okay. And just make sure, again, you're breaking it in there because it is a tough powder, tough chicken powder. But all these Goya flavors go so good with bacalao as well, just so you know. And I'm all about the Goya ingredients, honey. You'll always see lots of Goya ingredients in my kitchen. Okay. All right. Okay, so you want to kind of start turning it up to medium high at this point. All right, so we have all our ingredients in there, right? Okay. Now, a little extra that I'm adding as well is I'm adding that the garlic from Italy. If you see my last videos when I cook with this, I'm adding some of this instead of vice versa, the extra virgin olive oil Goya. I'm doing this one because it has some garlic in it, so I want to throw that garlic in there as well. All right, so about 1/3 of that. I know it might seem like a lot, guys, but trust me, it goes a short way when you cook a big pot like this. All right, so I'm gonna give you an up close real quick so you can see what this looks like before I add in that sausage. All right, voila. So there you have it. All those beautiful Goya ingredients, the onion, everything you just see me add in, chop up, everything is in there. And now we're gonna go ahead and throw the sausages in there. Okay, so good. All right, and I still have this packet to go to chop up into this pot. So we're gonna just keep it moving. I just wanted to show you the first breakdown to this. And then the next video, I'll show you how I cut up that fish. I do let this sit for about 20 to 25 minutes before I add in the fish. And then I let it rock out on a very, very low heat for about an hour. So it is a little process, but so worth it. And again, which gives us time to go ahead and go over here and start those guanimes. So it's perfect. All right, guys. So coming up, you're going to see me chop that fish up and throw it in here as well.